This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. We are joined by 4 people on the panel. We got Erica, we got Jeff, and Jeff's new mustache.
It's a person?
It's taking that energy.
I need an alter ego name. I don't want to be Jeff anymore. I want to be something else, but I don't want to just dive into a name.
Workshop it.
I got to think about it. Plus, it's like, this is my in remembrance of Al. Till he gets back, I'm keeping a mustache.
In memory. Dang.
Gone.
He's still here, but I miss my buddy.
Well, I must ask you a question about. Okay, let's get started about. We're going to start today talking about the extreme heat. I know almost all of you are feeling it. In Britain today, you will not believe this. It got so hot, it broke the record for the highest temperature ever recorded. Look at that. Guards at Buckingham Palace were given water to try and beat the heat. A London airport also had to stop operations after the heat caused the runway to buckle. Here at home, millions of Americans are under heat alerts stretching from California all the way to Massachusetts. In Phoenix today, it's expected to get up to 111 degrees. Just want to let you guys know that it's over 1,100 in Spain and Portugal that have died because of this. So this is an incredibly serious situation. And a climate scientist, not everyone agrees, but said the following. Ben Zaitchik, I hope I'm saying that right, professor of Earth and Planetary Sciences at Johns Hopkins. The best case scenario is still that this is the coolest summer you will ever experience in your life. We're going to be facing these heat waves of at least the intensity we've been experiencing for the past couple of years. What do you think about that? The coolest.
Well, first of all, watching that picture of the guard being given water, can't they get like a summer uniform?
No, for some reason. It's wool and fur for them, like since 1066.
Yeah, but it's also record heat.
I know.
Listen,
Like
tradition.
he needs a tank top.
he broke character. You got to get him out of there.
You gotta move on. We are wishing everyone stay cool, stay hydrated, and find cooling centers within your area if you need to. It's not just record high heat, we're also now dealing with record high prices due to inflation. Bloomberg News is reporting that a loaf of bread has a price tag of $10 in some places. And some restaurants, including this one in Virginia, are now charging customers a 3.5 inflation fee on checks. So how are Americans dealing with these high prices? A new CNBC survey shows that 65% of people said they're spending less on entertainment, like concerts and eating out. 4 in 10 are spending less on groceries. 61% said they're driving less. And more Americans are using their credit cards to cover the extra costs. So DBL Nation, we want to hear from you. How are you coping with these high prices? What are you cutting back on the most? Is it eating out? Is it driving? Is it entertainment? Or maybe all of the above? Go ahead to dblvote.com to weigh in. Jeff, have you curbed anything
I
for
think,
yourself?
looking at that list, I would say entertainment is probably number 1 for me. Eating out probably number 2, because with my family, it's just hard with the kids and things like that. Plus, prices are really high. When you go out with 4 people, my wife and my 2 kids, it's $150 easy if you're going to $200, right? So I just like to cook at home, keep everyone contained, meaning the kids, right? But entertainment is for me, like, if there's a show that I'm like, oh man, I like this band, I want to go see them. Now it's like, unless I love them, I'm not paying that ticket price because it's out of control. Yeah. So I'd say entertainment for me is probably the thing that I'm pulling back on the most.
Entertainment. What about you, Erica?
I think you see it. We live in an area that has a lot of like nightlife, and so my husband and I will like go out because we're lazy, and like grab something to eat, And we were out on Friday at one of our favorite restaurants, and it was like shocking how dead it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were saying like that they've been just experiencing less and less people. Now this is a place that like it was our anniversary, so it was a nicer place, but you could see it like just in the parking situation. You can see it when you're like walking past places that places aren't as busy anymore. Now Obviously, COVID, the resurgence of COVID could be a factor as well, but I really do think, especially when it comes to the food chain and supply, a lot of this has to do with the inflation.
Yeah, I think it's $10 for bread. Are you kidding me? $10?
I think we have to explain that's very extreme. You could still get bread at a cheaper price, right? This is just a certain kind of bread that they're going to charge upwards of, and some people who have the means are going to say, I'll pay that because it's my favorite bread. I don't think we should cause a bread panic here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No bread panic, but I will say this because I experienced this, what we all did during lockdown, especially in the beginning, where people who might be on WIC, you know, like, or some type of government
assistance program,
right? They can only purchase certain things underneath those plans,
right?
So if you are in a situation where maybe you aren't feeling it as much, and there are some other options that are a little considered higher price, maybe that's a way that you can kind of like help out as well. I know I said this 2 years ago, and people were like, "That's crazy," but then like when women and children can't get basic necessities, and this is like milk and bread and stuff like that, formula. Then maybe that's a way that you can help out as someone who might not be feeling the pinch as much.
That's a great point. Let's look at the poll. What are you guys cutting back on the most? Oh my, 72% of you. Wow. All of the above. I thanked my Prius today. I was like, the gas, thank you for this little beat up Prius that I love. We've got a viral video showing an amazing act of heroism. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but you'll never forget it once you have. Okay, 25-year-old pizza delivery driver driving down the street last week when he saw a house on fire. No fire trucks or emergency vehicles. He could not call 911. So what did he do? He ran his butt into the home to see if anyone was inside. What happened next is incredible. Take a look.
6-year-old girl and a 23-year-old male still missing in the house somewhere. That's everybody. Sit down. Need medics.
Is the baby okay? Please tell me that baby's okay.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, she's okay.
100%?
Yep, you're okay. You did good, dude. Okay.
The driver, named Nicholas, ended up saving 5 children from this house. He was also badly injured in the process. He suffered severe smoke inhalation and a very bad cut to his arm. I want to give you this info. A GoFundMe was set up by his brother. It has raised over $250,000. So here's the question. Would you run into a building, a burning building, even if you didn't know if anyone was inside? And let me tell you this. He ran and saved all of the kids, and then they said one's still in there. Went back, had to crawl, find it, burst out of a window with the child. That was what we just saw, the aftermath. And he said, is the baby okay? Would you have done this?
To answer that exact question, would I run into a burning building not knowing if anyone was in there? No, I would not.
What if you were like just driving and saw a house on fire and you didn't know? Would you knock? Would you stop?
I probably wouldn't.
Wow, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, unless someone's screaming, I'm not going to be like, hey, that building's on fire. I think I'll go gander what's going on.
Gander. Great verb.
I just think some things are just cannot be explained, and sometimes you're put in the right spot for the right reason, and whatever that is, whatever you believe in, I feel like I know, but go off, y'all.
Yeah, divine intersection at that moment. I agree. Coming up on DBL, forget everything you know about anti-aging makeup. We sit down with a pro-aging beauty expert teaching older women to embrace their skin. But before makeup, we've got to talk about the breakups. See what I did there? From Chelsea Handler to Emily Ratajkowski, we've got the latest on surprising celeb splits. Stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by
Posh.
DBL is all new every day. Okay.
All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, buddy.
Good morning. Hey, you guys want to hear a crazy fact?
Yes.
Okay. Today we'll be dealing with the realization that a T-Rex is chronologically closer to an iPhone than it is to a Stegosaurus.
I had that extra day off, so we went up to the woods and I just kept it.
That is amazing.
No, I just play around. Let people make fun of it for
We
a
once did
while.
a segment like that.
The time is
crazy
so
thoughts.
right. Isn't
Take
that
myself
crazy?
a little less
and I
serious,
think
too.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I thought that was fascinating. Did you hear that?
No.
Even Sierra liked it. Today we will mainly be dealing with the realization that a T-Rex is chronologically closer to an iPhone than it is to a Stegosaurus.
I have so many questions, like by we, who is we that is dealing with this?
The people who have heard this fact. We are having to deal with that. I think that's fascinating.
I dealt with it for 1.2 seconds.
Have you moved on?
Yes,
Yep,
I have.
okay. Go ahead,
that
Karen.
these dinosaurs didn't live that far apart.
You think they all were together?
And you think the dinosaurs were super far from now.
Right, but he's closer to an iPhone?
People don't wrap their
People
heads
are
around
interested.
time.
Someone said, crazy, Tori. Thank you, Brandon. Alan, I appreciate you. This is Karen. She's going to talk to us about the splits. Guys, a lot of breakups.
Yeah. So
Saturn is in the rising.
we're
Isn't
starting
that
with
right?
Chelsea.
Venus is coming.
Venus. Oh, that's love.
Which
Yeah,
is
yeah, good.
intimacy.
I want to just make sure they're really aware of that.
Deeper love, intimacy.
Just a heads up on this segment, there's 4 different beats.
Yes.
There's 2 breakups and 2 wedding sort of things. And we have like 4.5 minutes.
So here.
So you can
Take
talk
your time.
about,
So
you know,
Chelsea, in an
Chelsea in the
article
breakup.
mentioned that Joe Coy kind of gave
No
her
one cared about
brother
the
vibes. So maybe that was the
Ratajkowski.
reason they split up. Tori, for you, even the
Welcome back. We have a few celebrity breakups and marriages to dive in today. So first, I didn't know I was so invested in this relationship, but I was. Chelsea Handler and Joe Coy, friend of the show, both of them have broken up. So Chelsea posted this sweet video of the two announcing their 1-year anniversary together. In the post, Chelsea explained they filmed it early, but there's no bad blood between the two. She wrote that many of her fans were invested in their love, adding, quote, "To be loved and adored by Joe Coy has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. He renewed my faith in men, in love, in being 100% who I am, and I've never been more optimistic for the future." Joe also posted this photo with Chelsea and her dogs, quote, saying, "Chelsea and I will always remain great friends and will always have love for one another." Neither gave any reason for the split, but they were super close before, and Chelsea said she kind of had a brother feel a little bit. So you wonder if that's maybe where it went, but very amicable.
Yeah, I think what she said, well, what they both said was really important, but what she said in particular, because once you've had that, like once you've had someone like truly see you and invest in you in that way, there is no going back after that. So I get really great vibes for both of them.
I'm really happy. What about you?
I wonder how much of it is thought out, knowing that they're both celebrities, right? And if they go the other way, the tabloids will jump all over them. So do you think like they got to a point where they had a breakup, right? And they're like, listen, we got to keep this mutual. Let's put out some good posts, good vibes, let everybody think we're going away on good terms, even if we're not. Because otherwise, if you go that negative route and start saying, well, Joe Coy did this or Chelsea did this,
they'll eat you up.
Then the paparazzi is going to be all over both of them for negative reasons. So maybe this is something celebrities have to think about moving forward, to be like, hey, we don't want that smoke.
Some kind of strategy, yeah.
I agree, but this one, I don't get that sense, because they were
I know,
such
me
great
neither,
friends.
but it just thought to me like they seem both like very reasonable people, but it maybe feels something. You know, if I was a high-profile celebrity, I'd be like, listen, I know you hate me, but can we just put out this stupid video and pretend like we love each other?
Can we be a stupid team together? I cannot look at you without seeing that mustache. It's very distracting. Another breakup, modelie Emily Ratajkowski and her husband of 4 years are divorcing. According to multiple media outlets, it was all Emily's decision to end the marriage, but the couple has not commented. Some reports say Emily's husband, a film producer, has been cheating on her. And I actually heard serially, like he's been over and over and over again cheating. That's alleged, of course. They do share a 1-year-old son.
What an idiot.
I know. I thought about you immediately.
Yes. You know, like couples have their lists or whatever. She's number 1 on my list.
Immediately. Do you think with your stash, things could maybe, now that she's,
Well, technically, if I have an alter ego, is it Jeff that's doing the cheating?
Oh my God. Jordan's about to ring, girl. Jordan, I got,
We got you.
Don't worry.
We love
it's
you,
always
Jordan.
been you, boo.
Hey, listen, just for the record, Emily has to agree to this too.
Obviously.
And that's not happening.
If you will, by the end of the show, come up with an alter ego name. That'd be great for you with this step.
No, I'm not going to just jump into that pool. I need to take time. It's got to have an accent symbol in there somewhere.
Wow.
I
All
was
right.
thinking like there's the Jeff, Big Jeff, and then there's like El Jefe.
I want him to be more
What is
European.
it? Would you say? I didn't hear. Would you say?
El Jefe.
El Jefe. I like that. Nice.
Like Encarnacion, like with the little hyphen above, like the C to bring out the accent.
I feel you. A lot
Something
of flavor.
like that, yeah.
All right, on to the latest from newlyweds Ben and Jen Affleck, as I call them, Balo. Did they rush down the aisle? According to Page 6, Jen reportedly felt pressured to get married fast before Ben got cold feet. The two called off their engagement back in 2003, so Jen was ready to lock it down this time around. Also, TMZ is reporting the couple's throwing a huge wedding party at Ben's home in Georgia. They had planned to get married there 20 years ago.
Listen, if you got cold feet after 20 years, those suckers need to be amputated because they are frostbitten. I do not believe the story at all. I think they decided to do this because it seemed like the opposite of what they would do.
Yeah.
I love it.
I completely agree. Real quick, what do you think, El Jefe?
Balo?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
From Ben and J-Lo.
His name's not Bay. It's not Bay, it's Ben.
Well said.
And it's also Beneford. There's already a name out
Well,
there.
I'm trying to make this happen. We'll see.
Ben and J-Lo. Hey, way to go, Tracy's.
Coming up on DBL, beauty influencer Tamara Staska stops by DBL. She reveals the biggest mistakes older women are making while applying makeup. She has some great tips, y'all. Stick around.
We asked Verify viewers to send us questions about storm safety tips they've learned over the years and took them straight to these sources. First, were you ever told as a kid to count the seconds between the flash and the boom to figure out how far away a lightning strike is? So let's verify. Does each second really mean a storm is a mile away? We'll need to do some math here, but don't worry. The Weather Service says the sound of thunder takes 5 seconds to travel 1 mile. So if you see a lightning strike and it takes 5 seconds to hear thunder, then the lightning is 1 mile away. If it takes 10 seconds, then the strike was 2 miles away. So no, each second between lightning and thunder does not mean the lightning is 1 mile away. It's actually 1 mile for every 5 seconds. And regardless, our experts say if you can hear the thunder, then it's time to head indoors.
It's kind of the storm's warning shot sometimes that, hey, this is what's coming.
Okay, finally, let's say you counted the seconds and realized a storm is on the way and you're now safely indoors. What now? Amanda asked us if you should avoid taking a bath or shower during a thunderstorm. This question may seem a little far-fetched, but our experts say there are rare cases where lightning can travel through metal piping. This can carry an electrical charge to anyone using water, whether it's in the shower, doing dishes, or even on the toilet.
There are 10 and 20 cases every year. I did look this up, 10 to 20 cases every year that people report being electrocuted while in their bathtub or inside their home. So while it's not likely, it's very possible. It could happen.
Even people with plastic piping should think twice about using water during a storm. The CDC says since water is a conductor of electricity, plastic pipes can also carry a charge. So yes, you should avoid taking a bath or shower during a thunderstorm.
You know, we're all about changing the conversation from anti-aging to pro-aging. And we thought, what a better way then to bring in a beauty influencer with timeless beauty and grace. We cover makeup mistakes to gray hair in our interview with Tamara Staska. Check it out. Tamara, you are 62 and you have made a name for yourself on YouTube. Can you talk to me a little bit about your audience? What are their major concerns?
So many of us find that as we are growing older, the products, the techniques that we have used for many years just sort of stop working. So often our makeup starts looking heavy and cakey, and it can actually accentuate our lines and wrinkles.
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do on my channel is explore and discover and find products and techniques that work for us as we are growing older without breaking the bank.
I'm addicted to eyeliner, okay? But I'm noticing as I get older, the eyeliner that I wore 20 years ago isn't as flattering as today. So what's a common mistake older women make when applying their makeup?
Well, that's exactly right. A common mistake is doing the same thing that we did 10 or 20 years ago. You know, our faces are changing, our skin is changing, and so our products and our techniques need to change as well. You know, back in the day, I would apply blush by smiling and applying it to the apple of my cheek. But, you know, at 62, that apple has fallen. Right. And if I apply blush too low, it literally drags my face down.
Oh, these are
I really
such
recommend,
good tips.
Thank you. I recommend applying blush higher up on the cheek to give a little lift. And yes, the eyeliner, too heavy, too harsh eyeliner, can actually make our eyes look smaller.
Yeah.
And I have even found that I've stopped using mascara on my lower eyelashes because by accentuating my upper eyelashes, it sort of gives my eyes a little bit of a lift.
I just started that.
It's all about lifting and, you know, keeping the focus high.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on anti-aging aesthetics like Botox and fillers? We live in such an interesting time where we have so many treatment options available. And you know, there's no right or wrong answer. I have friends that would not touch Botox with a needle, for instance, with a 10-foot pole. There's less invasive treatments available like lasers, which can boost collagen and refine texture. And there's even things that we can do at home, such as, you know, red light therapy, different serums, and microcurrent. Ooh. I did dabble in fillers in my early and mid 50s, and I thought it looked great. I just haven't really felt compelled to continue using it. I have been using and loving Botox for the past 20 years. And interestingly enough, the older I get, the less Botox I use. Huh. And I think that's for a couple of reasons. One is I feel way more comfortable in my skin at 62 than I did at 42, for instance. And, you know, I think as we get older into our 60s and beyond, some of those treatments, if excessively done, can start to look a little bit funny.
I love it.
I love a laser.
I need a laser.
Yes,
lasers
are everything.
Yes.
I swear by lasers. I'm just telling you.
That's because you don't need Botox and filler, Erica.
Because I use lasers.
Yeah, okay.
I need lasers.
Erica's skin is perfect.
Clear brilliance, y'all.
Hey, well, there's a reason.
I know.
There you go. Tamara, I see you rocking the gray hair. I love it. Speaking of live and let live, do you find it harder to style? Because I got a lot of runaways happening in my gray hair.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I thought about ditching the dye for years before. I finally had the courage to do it a few years ago, and I have never looked back. I am so inspired by so many women and men rocking their gray hair and celebrities. And I just really feel like the more exposure we have to vibrant, healthy, beautiful women and men rocking their gray hair, the less it's going to be associated with being elderly. My biggest challenge with my silver hair is keeping it bright and sparkly. So for instance, gray hair, very much like blonde hair, can lean a little yellow, a little brassy. So I find it really valuable to use a purple shampoo every 3 or 4 washes. And that helps fight that yellow and brassiness and just keeps my silver hair sparkling white.
Wow, Jeff, we need to give you a purple shampoo so we can see your hair sparkle.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
Dre's on it. Okay. Tamara, thank you so much. What a treat. I swear, we're learning so much from you, and you're breaking down that stigma, and we appreciate you. DBL Nation, make sure you check out and subscribe to Tamara's YouTube channel, Tamara's Timeless Beauty. She posts new videos on makeup, skincare, and health and wellness every Sunday. We'll be right back. Thank you, Tamara.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Darling.
You probably know Lyme disease is the most common tick-borne disease, but did you know there are more than 20 other infections that are transmitted by ticks? One of those infections is the potentially deadly Powassan virus, and an article posted in early July said there was a rise in cases, causing some people on social media to worry about their pets and loved ones. So, let's verify. Are cases of the Powassan virus increasing in the U.S.? Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Connecticut Department of Public Health, the Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and Dr. Stephen Bach, president of the International Lyme and Associated Diseases Society. From 2011 to 2015, the CDC reported 44 cases, and from 2016 through 2020, there were 134 cases, nearly triple the previous 4 years. Nearly all of the cases were in the Northeast and Great Lakes region of the U.S. So, yes, cases of the Powassan virus are increasing in the U.S. Health officials say not everyone will experience symptoms, but for others, Powassan can cause headaches, vomiting, and weakness. This can eventually lead to a serious disease that requires hospitalization, can cause long-term health problems, and is fatal for 1 in 10 people who get it. Health officials in Maine and Connecticut have each reported a death from the virus this year. Still, Bach says there's little reason to be overly concerned about the virus.
I wouldn't say they should be worried. People should just know about it, but it's much less, obviously, much less common than Lyme.
The CDC recommends treating your clothing and gear with repellent before spending time in areas with ticks, and once home, inspecting your clothing and body for ticks and then showering soon after. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This woman's Facebook post has more than 347,000 shares. So we went to medical experts to ask this question. Can someone easily overdose by touching something that has fentanyl on it? Our source is cardiologist Dr. Ratajkowski, the American College of Medical Toxicology, and the CDC. The CDC describes fentanyl as a synthetic opioid that is 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. In the medical setting, it is used as a pain reliever, but just like other opioids, it is also used illegally for recreational use. The American College of Medical Toxicology states inhalation is an exposure of most concern. But when it comes to just touching the drug itself, Dr. Coley says that's not something people should really worry about.
Risk of fentanyl overdose with picking up $1 off the street is incredibly low.
The American College of Medical Toxicology states incidental skin absorption is unlikely to cause opioid toxicity.
And from $1 bill, it's highly unlikely that those small concentrations that might have been present on the $1 bill would have led to an overdose.
So we can verify that no, someone cannot easily overdose by touching something that has fentanyl on it. However, you do need to make sure the opioid does not get into your mouth, nose, or eyes, because then it can be dangerous. With your Verify, I'm Megan Bragg.
Welcome back. It's summer and temperatures are rising all over the country, but just because it's hot doesn't mean you can't squeeze a workout in. We've got some tips to make sure you don't overheat or become dehydrated. That's today's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. So to avoid heat stress, make sure you're hydrated before and next, start your workout gradually and choose something lower intensity like an indoor workout or swimming. And combine cooling methods. Use both internal methods like eating an ice pop or drinking cold water, and external methods like wearing an ice vest or cold towel before and during and after a workout. Most importantly, listen to your body. QB is a great way to get some quick exercise regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-291-4341 or visit QB.com to learn more. We got a great comment. Brandon Allen says, Jeff looks like Brad Pitt with that mustache. Slow down, Brandon.
I'll take it, buddy. I think I just found a name for him. I'm going to call him Ice Vest.
Oh,
what's an ice vest?
I don't know. It seems so common. Does anyone have one?
Moronic.
We'll see. All right.
That's the name of my mustache.
LFA. DBL's new. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.